Hi, welcome back to Ask Kathleen Anything. Um, Today's question comes from an email written by Suzanne, and she writes in that she says, I feel anger, and actually, it's probably more like resentment. My sister complains all the time about things like her job and her house is this is wrong and that is wrong with her house. And I look at her life and I think she's got a beautiful husband and they have financial stability and she's got a great job and two wonderful kids. I just don't think she has anything to complain about. But it's really difficult for me to be around her and listen to her complain. And I just think, gosh, maybe the reason I feel resentment is that, I wish that I had a life like hers. And how does she dare complain? So these feelings of anger or resentment, I know that it's not her life. I know that it's not her. I know that it's my thinking that's causing me to feel that way, but I just can't seem to identify what those thoughts are. I don't know how to stop those feelings of resentment if I can't find the actual thoughts. I'm just not really sure what the thoughts are. So, how do I go about discovering what are these thoughts that are making me feel anger and resentment toward my sister? So, here's what I would say, and that is that it's absolutely amazing that you are understanding that your experience of what's happening when you listen to your sister is not coming from what she's saying, it's coming from your thinking about what she's saying. And that's the only way that we experience life. It happens from the inside out. So the fact that you see that is amazing. And to be honest with you, even though it may seem like your experience of being with her and listening to her maybe right now hasn't changed much. You're still just the fact that you're onto it. The fact that you're onto how your experience, how those feelings are being created, honestly, is all that has to happen for things to change. Now, it is very possible that if you just pay attention to those feelings and just realize what you're realizing, that it is coming from the inside. It is coming from your own thought created meaning story that you're telling, okay? And it happens so fast. Thought turns into feeling and an emotion and a sensation in our body so fast that sometimes we don't know the specifics of what the thought is. And you don't have to, but sometimes it will. Sometimes if you just stay with it, if you're just patient with yourself, if you just give yourself some compassion, there's something that is happening, and it's a nice check engine light. There is some kind of thinking that is creating an uncomfortable feeling. You don't want to feel that way around your sister, otherwise you wouldn't be writing in to ask this question. So hang in there, give yourself kudos for understanding how your experience is being created. And I wouldn't be surprised if you will see something in terms of specific thoughts, but realize that how you are with your sister, how you feel in the presence of her, it is bound to change simply by understanding how the experience is being created. So I have huge, huge hope for you that things are going to continue to, they're going to get better, they're going to look better. Just keep paying attention. Keep, keep on with what you've already seen, and you're probably going to see more. And lo and behold, you may wake up one day and just kind of say, wow, I don't feel the same anger and resentment toward her. It may just start to dissolve, and you may never know specifically what the content of the thoughts are. You know the feeling, and the feeling is not what you want. So, yeah, when you do have feelings for your sister, by the way, that are of love and compassion and, you know, a bonded, experience that the two of you um, have this history together and love for one another, marinate in that. And thank you. Thank you so much for writing it. So, for anybody else who has questions for me, you can send your questions to office@drkathleenperry.com. That's drkathleenperry.com. And I will be happy to answer your question on Ask Kathleen Anything. See you next time.